Tony Lambraia from UTM RBT here again, talking about the civilian target ammunition and our training kit. And what we're going to do is give you another idea on some other tools and maybe some tactics that you can utilize at the house. First of all, we have our converted weapon again with our UTM bolt, and we also have our CTA munitions, and we have our target box hung down range. A couple of quick things. Why would you be doing this type of drill, and why are we introducing this? Well, let's just say that you had somebody maybe make entry into your house, and you were upstairs and you were in your safe room, and you had to get down the hall to get to your children or get to your kids and bring them back into the bedroom or someplace. Well, there may be opportunities where you're going to have to move through your house, and utilizing a wall or having to pass a doorway or something along those lines, you have to understand how to use cover. And anything we say cover or concealment, it doesn't really matter. It's anything that you see. Concealment would be something that would hide you, and cover would be something that would stop a bullet. Not really important, but you have to understand what you're talking about. And what we're talking about here now, training-wise, is you're going to learn how to manipulate and expose the minimal amount of your body while you roll out on whatever wall or down a hallway or whatever it is that you're clearing, a doorway, and you're actually rolling out. How do you do that without exposing the maximum part of your body? The other thing that's gonna happen is that you have an optic on your weapon. If you have an optic on your weapon and you're not used to shooting this, if you ever do it at a range or anywhere else, they may not let you do that. But as you roll out, you can see through the optic, but your muzzle is still in front of the door or anything else because there's about a 2-inch offset. So what we'll do is we'll go through some of the drill. I'll just show you how we roll in, roll out, and just work some of the tactics and just give you some ideas on what you can do with your UTM kit. Okay, just to kind of further the drill a little bit, I have Eric here with me, and we're going to kind of work the cover drill. I'm going to talk through it, show you some positives and some things that you should try and do, and then in addition to that, what we'll do is we'll show you some things that you have to pay attention to, which is what I discussed earlier on the offset. And also, if you have a tactical light or a flashlight on your weapon, there's some about splashback on the light when you're shining it against walls and things. So just little tips to look for. All right, really quickly, Eric, go ahead and set up on the target if you would. Now, a couple of things you'll notice that Eric is going to work. He's going to try and keep his elbow down, and as he's rolling out, let's just say this is a hallway, and now you're having to go get one of your kids to bring them back to your room. So he's going to roll out. He's going to expose the minimal amount that he can possibly expose. He's going to keep his foot in, so he doesn't want his foot extended out. He's going to keep his eye along the weapon, and he's going to roll out slowly. All right, Eric, go ahead and engage the target so we can work on that. Then he comes back in. Now, the other side, as he starts to roll the other way, you can do it a couple of ways. Some people will switch hands, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to roll out, try and expose minimal amount, engage. All right, come back in and go from here. Now, you can work that high, low, up, down. If you've never done it before, at least it gives you an opportunity. Again, using the civilian kit, it gives you that advantage. You can shoot anywhere, so now you're going to be able to work the cover. The other thing is all we did was put this piece of cardboard on a hand truck. So now you've got the hand truck with a piece of cardboard. If he shoots it, it's not going to do anything. So as an example, Eric, go ahead and start rolling out again. Now, can you see through your optic right now? Are you on target?
Yes.
Okay, if you notice, he's on target up here with his optic, but go ahead and pull the trigger. You're going to see what's going to happen. All right, so when he pulled the trigger, what ends up happening is you wind up shooting the wall. The reason why is because of the offset. This is 2 inches higher. So as he's looking through that optic, his muzzle is lower. So again, you'd never get an opportunity to learn that or understand that unless you did some of these types of drills when you were working from here. One final training point for this segment is the use of the flashlight. Whether you have a mounted flashlight or if you're using it in your hand, either way, there are some things that you have to be very aware of when you're actually moving down a hallway or if you are clearing through a door or doing those other things. One of the things that we talk about is the light splashing back on you. So as an example, I'll show you, Eric is trying to manipulate cover as we described in the earlier segments. Now, if the lights are out, it's dark, this is even going to magnify tenfold. So move up a little bit, Eric, just to illustrate the point. All right, so what he's going to do is he turns on his light as he starts to try and roll out. But what happens is the light bounces off the white wall and it comes back and it actually starts to ruin your vision as it comes from here. Now, the advantage of a light is obviously when you're shining it down there, you create that light wall and it's on the bad guy, so hopefully that helps you and not them. They can't see you as much as you can see them. So that's one of the advantages. But when you have to be careful of that. When the light is here, you can see through your optic, everything else is there, but you're getting that splash back onto yourself. All right, that's a couple of things. The other last thing that we're going to cover here is that Eric pushed past the cover. So if you stick your gun, your barrel of your gun around the cover, again, you're flagging, what we would call flagging your weapon. You're extending too far past the cover. Again, not a good thing. Somebody's on the other side of the wall. It'd be a bad day for you. Okay, so these are a couple of things that you want to look for. So again, what's the context? If you're in your safe room, somebody's in your house, and now you have to go and get your kids and you have to make your way back, there are times where you may have to clear. You may have to use walls, you may have to use doorways, you may have to use other pieces of cover or concealment, and this is just giving you some tips on how you can train with it, and you can do it safely in your house, clearing around those walls and doors, utilizing the UTM system. Thanks, and train safe.